Hello and welcome to Mad About Sports for yet another video, and we're back with yet another IPL video for a franchise. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about a team from Bangalore. So before that, do not forget to check out our course with Mad About Sports if you're into cricket analytics and if you want to make a career out of cricket analytics. This is an opportunity to check that out with us because this could be a dream start to a very lucrative career where you can work with your favorite IPL team or your favorite cricket team, or let me be honest, of favorite sports team. So this lucrative career awaits you. So let it be a kickstart with Mad About Sports. The link is down in the description. Without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. We are going to be talking about Royal Challengers Bengaluru. Now, that's the new name of this franchise, and not just that, with new name, new hopes as well. It's a new dawn in Royal Challengers Bengaluru's history in totality, as the Women's Premier League champions are the Royal Challengers Bengaluru, as they've been crowned as the champions by breaking that 16-year-old long journey where they've hunted down for the trophy for the longest period of time, but then we've gotten it. And finally, they get their hands on their maiden ever title for the franchise, with Smriti Mandana being the first ever captain for the franchise, getting them a trophy. Now, the action and the focus certainly shifts to the men's IPL as to whether or not the Royal Challengers Bengaluru men can get their trophy. Obviously, the name has changed. The jersey looks a little more sleeker. It's more a little more bluer in shade when it comes to the upper color. Can they get their hands on the trophy is now the biggest question. So let's look at the squad. Let's break it down and let's look at whether or not they have the right goods or the right team to get them a trophy this year for the men's IPL and create history by winning the domestic double, where you can say the Women's Premier League and the IPL go to one particular franchise. So the history beckons them for sure at this point. Let's look at the squad. Yeah, this is right after the auction, how it has stood, and this is going to be the squad for this season as well. Now, as we know, the team is already a stacked batting powerhouse, right? Now they went into this auction. They went into the auction first, primarily releasing Hazelwood, they released Hasaranga, they released Harshal Patel. So some big names were already off the radar for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, and they had enough money. But the first trade they did was to bring in Cam Green. Now, if you look at the team, most likely Cam Green is a sure starter for this team, and he will play a middle order job for this team. Now that gives them a good 2 over bowling bank, and at the same time a power hitter in the middle order, which Royal Challengers Bangalore always wanted. If you look at the last seasons, they've always had a Maxwell coming in number 4. He did a phenomenal job for them. But what really happened is post Maxwell, they did not have anybody else to carry on that power hitting. They did not have anybody to carry on what was being done by Maxwell or by Faf or by Virat. Now, last season, they faced a major hit with also Rajat Patidar being pulled out of the season. Now, Rajat Patidar is fit for the season, though he did not have the best of times in the test series, but he'd want to turn it around quickly. And maybe he'll need to believe that he's a much better white ball player. And he'd be a very important player for this particular Royal Challengers Bangalore setup, because him batting at number 3 gives this team a lot of stability, and that enables someone like a Maxwell to come out and free his role and play the way he wants to, and also that enables someone like Cam Green to play with free will as well. Now let's look at the structure of this team, what it is going to look like, right? Obviously, Faf du Plessis captain, he starts as an opener for this team. Alongside that, Virat Kohli making a comeback after 2 long months of break, so very important IPL for him, because already there are question marks regarding his World T20 spot, whether or not he deserves to be selected or not. I think he'd have a point to prove at this point. So he's a starter as an opener for sure. Most likely Virat Kohli is going to open the batting, and that's the way they've structured. Last season they found success doing that as an opening pair, so they don't want to change that particular thing. But the only time will tell as to whether he opens the batting or whether he wants to bat at number 3, because his slot for Team India is going to be either as an opener or a number 3 batter. So you will see most likely Virat Kohli batting opening. There are very few chances that he might bat at number 3. That is only if uh, that Cam Green wants to open the batting, and they're looking at someone like an enforcer to open the batting. In that case, Virat Kohli bats 3, Rajat Patidar 4, and Maxwell 5. So that's the only way I see the structure of the team being changed. Other than that, Virat Kohli certainly is a top 2 batter. Then comes Rajat Patidar, as I mentioned, who's going to have a very important season. And Glenn Maxwell, who's been in phenomenal form across world cricket, ODI, T20, everywhere he's played some impactful knocks. So Maxwell is very important, and Cam Green. Cam Green's role in this team becomes even more prominent He's traded in for 17 crores. Had a brilliant season last time around, picking up 6 wickets and 450 runs. Not a lot of players in the history have been able to score 450 runs and pick up those wickets. Russell, you say, was an exception in 2019, but he is definitely up there. He's an investment which RCB have made looking at the future, and there's a lot of potential for this guy to come good. In a small ground like Chinnaswamy, can hit the deck where you get a bounce. I think RCB will be in good stead, especially when you look at the way in which their team is going to line up. Now, what's the data talking about the Chinnaswamy, the deck, right? How does the deck look like in Chinnaswamy? How is it going to be more likely in Chinnaswamy that wicket is going to play out is very, very important. Now, the wicket keeping role is very important for RCB. If you look at this team, if you look at the wicket keeping options, they have Anuj Rawat and Dinesh Karthik. More likely, so it is going to be Dinesh Karthik who's going to start the IPL for RCB. And if Dinesh Karthik is in good form, then you will see Anuj Rawat donning the gloves. So Dinesh Karthik at number 6 had a decently okay Vijay Hazare trophy to start off with. And he will be very important for this team as a finisher at number 6. And he'd know what exactly he needs to do. Then we will talk about number 7 is most likely going to be RCB's impact sub. So that's going to be very interesting. So we'll talk about it as we go in the video. But let's look at the bowling, right? That's where all the concerns have been for RCB. Now, definitely, if you look, they don't have the biggest of fast bowling names. They don't have a Mitchell Starc or a Patrick Cummins, or for the matter, they don't have a Bumrah in their team. They have a Mohammad Siraj, who's a genuine match winner on his own. Then when we talk about another operating fast bowling alongside him, that's where the biggest question mark lies. Is it a Reece Topley? He's got very decent record, let's be honest. Reece Topley has a very decent record to bowl up front with a new ball and also can bowl the dead. So he's genuinely an option. If he stays fit for 14 games, RCB will definitely be relying on him big time. Now, when you look at other options, Alzari Joseph has been in good form when it comes to wicket taking, but his economy rates has been all around the place. He's been going at 10 runs per over in the last 10 games, and also to add to which, Lockie Ferguson has been going at close to 8 and he's picked up 13 to 14 wickets in the last 10 games. So let's be honest, the option is going to lie between Topley slash Alzari slash Lockie Ferguson. And more likely, you will see Reece Topley start because of the left arm option, or else they might have just want to turn around a little bit and give Lockie Ferguson that nod ahead because they'd want to just trust that Lockie Ferguson's enforcing ability with the mid overs bowling. You know, he can maybe create a lot more when it comes to his middle overs bowling. He can bowl quick, and to add to which, ball a little bit at the death. That will really share responsibilities with Siraj a lot more. So I see Yash Dayal starting with someone like Mohammad Siraj, because Yash Dayal will be the left arm option they'll prefer. It's a very interesting team I'm going with, because Yash Dayal will be an option they'll consider with Mohammad Siraj and also Akashdeep Singh. Now, why I'm saying this, because more often than not in Chinnaswamy, I'm picking a team primarily for Chinnaswamy. I see RCB only playing with one genuine spinner, and Maxwell being their second spinner. I don't see anybody else other than Maxwell and Mayank Dagar to play as spinners for this team. And RCB will want to make a wicket which is bouncy and which is pacey in Chinnaswamy, because RCB will know their strength is going to be pace bowling, and their strength will lie on the very fact that how their pace ballers perform is how they're going to be doing well in the IPL. And other teams, if you look at most of other teams, they will struggle when you come and when you put a pacey and a bouncy wicket, and RCB would want to play with it. If you look at RCB's batting, their batting lies also in good pace bowling conditions. Faf, Virat, even Rajat is a very good player of back foot. Maxwell, Cam Green, all these lads like the pace on the ball quite a bit. So let's be honest, RCB's strength lies in good bouncy, pacey wickets, and that's what they're going to back. In that particular regard, you will see 3 or 4 fast bowlers playing for RCB, and 5 including Cam Green. So that's where RCB will want to really back themselves and be like, you know what, we're going to back Yash Dayal, we're going to back Akashdeep, we're going to back Siraj, and we're going to back a Lockie Ferguson. And that's how RCB's bowling core is going to form most likely. And to add to which, they're going to have a Mayank Dagar, Glenn Maxwell to give you a little bit of options with the spin. So that looks like a prominent spin bowling contingent right now. So just putting the 11 out there, this is most likely going to be RCB's 11 ideally, where Karan Sharma will be the option they'll be looking at. But let's be honest, RCB might not just want Karan Sharma to be there in the team. RCB would want to back their options, because in Chinnaswamy, only very rare spinners have done well. That's Yuzvendra Chahal being an exception. So RCB will know how this ground has played out for them historically, and they'd want to back their pace bowling and be like, you know what, let's build a fast bowling pitch and let's make other team spinners totally null and void in this team, and other teams batters struggle on good pace bowling wicket, because we've got Siraj, we've got likes of Loki. They can maybe put pressure on the opposition by bowling hard lengths and put pressure on the opposition, and at the same time our batters are going to have to face pace. So that's where RCB will be looking at. And RCB's biggest strength this time is going to be out batting teams. Now, out batting teams, what I mean is when you have such strong batting core of top six, you'd want to score those 20 runs. Now, on an average day, what 200 might look good, RCB might want to go for 225, 230. Now, if you look at Chennai Super Kings from the last year, their biggest strength was out batting teams. If you look at Chennai's bowling last year, they did not have the best of bowlers. They had a Tushar Deshpande, they had a Patirana, they had a half fit Deepak Chahar, you can say so, alongside Jadeja and Moeen Ali. And how did they do well? Even Tikshana was not in best of forms. They did well by out batting teams. And Chennai's strength was out batting teams, and they went on to win the IPL. Similarly, with Mo Bobat and Andy Flower being in charge, if you know who Mo Bobat is, Mo Bobat was the director of cricket for English Cricket Board during that white ball era of Owen Morgan. And his ideology is very similar to what I'm just talking about, to outbat teams to score as many runs as possible and to put the pressure on opposition. That really enables, you're maybe not the most strongest bowling attack in the world, but that really enables your bowlers to come into the picture with runs on the board, cushion being there for your team. So for RCB, if you want to talk about them, their biggest strength is going to certainly lie in the very fact that they want to do well by outbatting teams. Now that is where the team is going to really look at. If you look at their chance of qualifying, they'll have to do well at home, as I mentioned. They have to build a pitch which suits their team style of play, and to will have to inbuild a philosophy which will enable them to play well for the long term. So that is RCB squad for you. And that's their analysis. If you really did enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And as I mentioned, do check our course out on Mad About Sports for cricket analytics, because this could be a dream start to your career. And the link is down in the description. Have a good day, all of you. See you all very soon. Bye bye.